when that day comes, it'll come. But like I really do enjoy it because sometimes it feels like it's like you're not even working because I'm enjoying it so much.
Right.
But in actuality, I am indeed working. But it's like I never would have thought years ago. I never would have thought that I would have been a going to conventions and then saying, yeah, I'm working. And then also the fact that I never even knew, like, I didn't realize my favorite cartoons to watch were animes. I just
Right.
thought they were just regular cartoons. And then I got a little older and I started really watching this stuff. And then I would go back and look at old childhood stuff. And I'm like, oh, these were animes this entire time. So then it's like, okay, so I have been a fan of anime this entire time and had no idea.
Right.
And so, life went on, and then I just kind of got into it, and then I had a revelation and made Shout Out World Media, whatever, and then I just really got to going with it. So
And
it's fun.
still are. It's great. It just keeps on growing.
Oh
Now,
yeah,
we're going to talk about the side of you that I spend more time with
of
when
course.
we can. Now that you're out of school, and it'll be more. But we have a question that says, what actually drew you? What was your introduction to the paranormal field?
Cool. I'm glad you see the question because I don't. um. Okay. So what? Repeat the question.
What was your introduction to the paranormal field? What got
Oh.
you going with it?
Okay. 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 Yeah. This easy question to ask. I mean answer. So basically this is how it happened. So as a kid, let's see, I was staying in if a lot of these listeners are from Alabama, they'll know this or Birmingham, Alabama, whatever, they'll know. I used to stay in Homewood when I was from like elementary school, third grade, I think, on up to middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And we used to stay in these apartments. And I still remember the apartment to this very day, the same exact door. I can take you straight to that door. It's still there. And one day, I can't remember which one exactly happened first, so I'll just tell you both of them.
Okay.
One day I was like brushing my teeth, and like I was brushing my teeth, like it was morning time, obviously, I guess. And for some reason, I have so happened to look up, and there was like this white face, like peeping around the corner at me, and it like for some, and it was weird how I reacted to it because I remember I didn't jump or anything like that. I just had this confused look on my face because I'm like, what the heck is that? But then it just blinking, you miss it, it was gone. And let's see. And then basically what happened is that I peep around the corner to looking down the hallway to see if there's anybody there like messing with me. Nobody's there. My mom's bedroom is like at the end of the hall. And I go, I said, hey, did you see somebody around the corner? Was that you or whatever? She was like, no, because she's in the bed or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I just left it at that. And I didn't say anything else. I didn't say like, oh, it was a ghost or anything like that. Because like at that time, I was really keeping things to myself.
Right.
And so another time, this was around the same time. It was at nighttime. I'm got my bed. This is before I started closing my bedroom door to go to sleep because now I keep it closed when I go to sleep, and this is part of the reason why. I have my door open at night. It's pitch black in the house. The only thing that has light is my TV because I stay up late and I watch TV. So I'm watching TV, and I just so happen to look out into my doorway, and I didn't see anything but arms, and they were like white arms, and they just went down the hallway like somebody was walking.
That's not
And
bizarre at all.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, what the heck? And so I don't really remember if I like got up and closed the door or anything, but I do remember like that one did kind of like freak me out because I was like, what the heck was that? And I'm thinking that may have been the same thing I saw that appeared to me in the mirror because it was also white. So whoever, whatever it was, like really, like I was like, wow. But I was a kid, so I had no idea like what. And this was before I started watching Ghost Hunters and stuff like that. At that time, I was reading more books, and my very first paranormal book was 13 Ghosts of Alabama, or whatever it's called. Um, and that's when it really started hitting me. I started getting to these books. Then next thing I know, I remember saying to myself, I wish there was a TV show like Ghosts or something like that. And then boom, Ghost Hunters. I remember the first episode when Ghost
Right.
Hunters came on. Taps, sci-fi, great show. Loved it. Hated when Grant left, but
I know, right? He actually posted the first show today. Either today or yesterday was the anniversary of their first show. It was today because they
wow.
came on Wednesdays. Well, this is Monday. But
I was gonna say,
anyway,
no,
it
today's
was so
Sunday.
funny. This is Sunday. I tell you what. Yes.
uh,
Normally I'm much better at that, but I got carried away. But it's really interesting that those times are coincidental because that was, I think everybody that I know in Alabama started with Catherine Tucker Wyndham
mm,
and the 13 Southern Ghosts, 13 Alabama Ghosts, the whole series. And I know that the two authors on our team were very influenced by her. I was very influenced by her. My grandmother got me those books when I guess I was 6th and 7th grade. And when I was in 6th grade, she came to my school. So,
oh wow, that's amazing.
and brought Jeffrey. So that was
Oh, I remember Jeffrey the Ghost. I remember that picture
yeah,
in the book. I remember it.
pretty good picture. And, that was my very first piece of paranormal evidence that I ever saw. Was that
That's
yours too,
it.
except for your experiences?
Yeah, it was man, it was insane. So like after that, with the whole watching the show for years and years, I finally get older. I get into my senior year of high school, and this is my last year. I think school's ending, so I knew I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have time to do this. Let's get into this. Let's get further. So one night, oh man, it was late too. There was a marathon. I think this may have Kim can probably back this up. I don't remember. It was probably either close to October or it was no. I don't remember. I know it was a ending of the year, and for some reason there was a marathon or something like that on with Ghost Hunters International. I think it was,
Right?
and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find some ghost hunting. I'm gonna do the whole Google search thing and see if I can find some ghost hunting groups here in Alabama. I did some searching. It took a little minute. I sent emails out, and I only got maybe 2 or 3 emails back. And one of them in particular were like, they were disbanded, so they weren't a group anymore. I can't remember what it was. And then I get one from Kim, and she's like, hey, yeah, let's do a meeting. And then I met her at the Galleria, and we talked. And then, I found out like later on, like she wasn't even looking for, to add new people to the group.
Right?
But from me and her, with that conversation that me and her had, she was just like, yeah, we're going to give you a shot at this, which was awesome because it was like, there was probably a slim chance I was even going to get in. And, ever since then, that's what it was. And I've just enjoyed it. I still remember my first investigation to this day. What
You know
was the
what?
guy?
I'm going to stop you right there because that's going to take a hot minute. I want to be able to have everyone focus on this. And
Okay.
our first investigation is cool. We have to take a little break. We're going to be gone about 3 minutes. And y'all just enjoy this. We will be right back.
Hey.
You're listening to WPHM Digital Broadcasting. The best in paranormal talk radio.
Welcome back. You are listening to Fate Radio. I'm Kat Hobson, your host, and I am joined by a fantastic guest, LaDarrius Young. He is the owner of Shout Out World Media, and he is a paranormal investigator with Spirit Communications and Research of Alabama, also known as SCARE. Hey, LaDarrius, thanks for being here, and I'm so excited and enjoying this conversation. You were going to tell us about your first investigation experience.
Yes, I was. So, I guess, do I just jump into it, or what do you want me to do?
No, I want to hear it. Share it.
All right. Okay, so this was out in was it Calera or Chelsea? It was that, I don't know if you remember the guy, I think his name was like Mike, and it was like a farm.
Yes. That
Ring a bell?
Mm-hmm. I believe that was Chelsea.
I think it was Chelsea.
And heading towards Shelby.
Yeah.
It's a very rural area.
Yes, it was. Oh my God. It was. Because I remember driving there, and I had my friend with me. Because there was no way I was going alone to, all the way out here with some people that I don't even know.
Right.
So I was like, if I'm gonna die, I'm not gonna die alone here. Let's go. So
too funny.
So we're riding, and then I'm just like, oh man, I think this is a setup, and we're gonna die. Kim's gonna kill us. This is not gonna happen. And so we get there, and we pull up to this farm. It's just land and a house, and then a weird looking barn on the other side. And so I'm like, I don't know if this is the place or not. I'm gonna keep driving like it's not me. And we pulled into a church. And so I was trying to get signal to message Kim, and I was like, I